never mind. It's 27. I'm gonna check. Especially if I'm gonna get girl texts. I want to be able to fucking answer it live during the podcast.
Do you know that in Quebec right now?
Yeah, answering girl texts on the podcast is
yes.
legally
no,
a
but
crime.
Also, if you're double vaxxed, you don't have to wear masks anywhere.
Anywhere?
Yeah.
Bro, I wouldn't do that.
So,
But how am I gonna white knight?
How are you gonna white knight? What do you mean?
To people who work in retail stores that I'm like a weird piece of shit.
You don't have to. You can still wear them. Or maybe you're one of those kinky motherfuckers who you pull it out and there's just a thick fucking dildo there. Honestly, was kind of hot the first time I saw it. Then I saw a bunch of women do it and I'm like, I don't care anymore.
What, like?
There was one chick who she pulled off her mask and it was like
a dildo fucking, going down her throat?
Like an esophagus long dildo and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Dude.
I'm turned on with how impressive that was.
And would you like to pay with debit or credit?
You just hold it up and go. Actually, no, it's not close enough to be.
I can't tell if it says Visa, but debits also say Visa on them now, man.
Then just pay with credit. Yeah. Yes. So, anyways, you don't have to wear masks in Quebec, and my former employer was based in Quebec, so today, on my final day.
You didn't wear a mask?
I haven't been wearing a mask for the last 3 weeks. I don't work with anybody. I don't see people, and I'm just tired. I was tired of pulling it back out of my pocket.
Yeah, I haven't worn a mask at work all week.
Have you been working from home?
Yep.
That's where that bit was going?
Yep.
Oh, and so I walk in, and the guy's just like, oh, someone complained to the plant manager, so we all have to start wearing masks again. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that shit.
What are they going to do, fire you?
Yeah, exactly. That's been my whole attitude for the last 2 months. It's like, what are you going to do, fire me, bitch?
True.
I signed a contract. You got to pay me till the end anyways.
All right. Well, hey, what's up? Welcome to the Media Hole Podcast. I definitely didn't notice that I got a text from someone and then was nice enough to ghost them for the podcast.
I'm not ghosting them. It's only an hour or an hour and a half.
Anyway.
Or if one of us gets up to pee.
In case you don't know, this is the Media Hole Podcast. It's a weekly podcast in which me and Ian talk about movies, TV shows, video games, anime, and more.
More.
I'm Nathan. He's Ian, by the way. I don't know. Do we do that every time?
No.
Should we open our podcast like those TikTokers that do the podcast do with the fucking slap 5 in the middle?
Oh, you mean
they do that? No. They because it's like every video either starts or ends with them slapping hands in the middle, just like. Psh. Have you not seen those? I see them all fucking.
But they're
day.
set up in a way where they're
way closer to each other.
Yeah. If we go back to the other room, then maybe.
Yeah. No, I don't think we should steal their bit.
No, you know T-Pain has a podcast?
Of course he does.
But they did a pilot episode with Hannibal Buress, and I was like, oh man, I want to listen to that. Nope, not released. And but then you know what the actual debut episode was?
What?
A significant downgrade. Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson's still alright.
He's a rapist.
Is he?
Yeah, actually, he totally is.
Did he he went to jail for it though?
Yeah, but years ago, and I believe he got out early. Whatever. It's one of those things where it's been so long. He's not. He wasn't really a Cosby.
Yeah.
Who got out on a technicality, despite the fact that he said
he went to jail. Actual. Yeah. I know he was in jail for probably a couple years. You can argue
you know what? If Mike Tyson has actually served his time, then yeah.
Yeah. Right. Isn't that the point of serving time?
Also,
is that you learn your lesson? I haven't heard any accusations of him having raped anybody since, so maybe he learned his lesson.
In terms of who I'd rather see on a podcast, though, Mike Tyson isn't really up there.
Yeah.
Because his brain isn't all there.
Yeah. But Mike Tyson Mysteries is great.
Mike Tyson Mysteries is so funny. But that's also mostly because of the rest of the cast.
And the writing.
Well, yeah, Norm Macdonald as Pigeon is hilarious.
It's great.
Yeah.
That show's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but I don't know. Hannibal's a funny man.
Mm-hmm.
And T-Pain is also a funny guy.
But do you know what? Arguably worse than what Mike Tyson did is what Hannibal does, which is he's a landlord.
I believe he's like explained it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
About his landlord. He owns a triplex in Chicago that he rents out like one of the rooms to his aunt, and he just doesn't want to pay for the upkeep, so he has someone else pay for the upkeep. It's not as worse as like people.
No, but he did like a whole defense of landlords.
I know, but like that was back before the pandemic, where landlords were actually being scummy. Like he did that in like 2017.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Damn, I don't know. I just like making fun of him for it.
Yeah, but it's like I think he just has it. He like has the rent equally split so that he doesn't have to pay to like he doesn't have to pay the maintenance of the building, pretty much. But like, you know, landlords here, they'd get a triplex and one fucking like floor would cover it, but then the next 2 floors are profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the shitty landlords. They're the ones who they're dickheads. So Hannibal, he's a landlord, so we're gonna have to guillotine him eventually. Yeah. But it's one place, he can sell it when the uprising comes.
It's true.
Or transfer it into someone else's name.
Well, if this whole area floods, Ian, you could just sell your house.
You're right. It's absolutely right. We definitely live that close to Lake Ontario.
No, it's I
know.
It's the Ben Shabibo.
Ben Shabibo.
Let's talk about some nudes.
Yeah, there's not much.
Let's talk about some nudes.
Actually, can I just free ball one?
Go ahead, free ball it.
So they announced the Switch Pro.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. I'm sorry. Valve announced the Switch
Pro.
Valve
announced the Switch Pro.
Because
that hard drive article was so good.
Yeah, it was. Valve announced their own handheld gaming console. I honestly could not find any information about it.
I found some out.
I was like looking through their thing, and they didn't necessarily say. They said what the storage was. It has expandable storage, but I could not get a clear answer on. Do I download the games, or is it cloud based?
I think you download the games. I'm sure it can use Steam Cloud.
Yeah. I'm sure it can, but like it's one of those things where I was looking at it and like it's not that expensive for what it is. It's the price of a Switch.
It's more than a Switch.
It's $459.
Yeah, that's more than a Switch.
Oh yeah, you're right. Switches are $399.
Yeah.
Canadian.
It's like $50 extra.
Yeah.
And
$50 extra, but 3 times more powerful.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it just plays Steam games that you already can play. Like the Switch plays Zelda.
Yeah, but you know what else plays Zelda?
What?
My computer with the right emulators. And you know what else you can download onto your Steam Deck?
Yeah.
Emulators.
You could do that on a PSP.
Yeah, you can also do that as well. You can also do it on your phone. Just download whatever emulators you want. Just don't get that fucking Switch emulator.
Yeah.
I saw some dude advocating to do that. I'm like, don't fucking do that. Nintendo already goes hard enough, and it like now we're in an eased up period where ROM sites exist again.
Yes,
but
it's like please stop giving them good reason. Like if they're going to do bullshit, they have to deal with it being bad reasons. Wii U games,
fucking fair game.
Yeah,
because it's no longer an active console.
Like it was honestly like as lame as it was. I think what Atlas did to the PS3 emulator was fair, which is Persona 5 came out, and it was immediately because Persona 5 came out on PS3 and PS4 when
but
the
just
base
in Japan,
version.
Right?
No. Base version Persona 5 came out on PS3 here too.
Really? I didn't know.
But not Royal. Royal is PS4
I know
only.
that. Well, that's what you meant by base version.
Yeah. So like when that came out, though, it was like immediately working fine on the PS3 emulator. I think it's called RPCS3, something like that. And so the thing is like they were putting it on the main page of the website for the PS3 emulator, and like Valve kind of issued a takedown of Atlas. Like the emulator. Fuck Atlas, you're right. Atlas issues a takedown for just to like not advertise, like no pictures or video of Persona 5 can appear on the website for this emulator.
Yeah.
Which is like totally reasonable because that game was fucking brand new.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, it's like when Breath of the Wild 2 launched. And the Wii U emulator had existed.
When Breath of the Wild just won.
Breath of the Wild 1. Yeah, well, Breath of the Wild 1 launched, and people just downloaded the Wii U emulator and got the ISO and just played it through there. I'm like,
it's
on the old console. Nintendo should have just made that a Switch game. and should have put more
But
effort into it.
I think what happened was they like said it was a Wii U game before.
It's just that they the development went on for so long with it that it became a Switch game.
I mean, it was a Switch launch title at least. Like no one was complaining about Twilight Princess being the fucking on both consoles.
Oh yeah, it was. I played it on the new one.
I played it on Wii. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why when the when the HD collection came out, I played it immediately on hero mode.
Because like
it's weird.
Yeah,
That's how I was used to it.
See, I haven't played it since 2006. So I think it's like the version that's not like how I played it would not be that recognizable.
Because of God of War, I have found out that like my fucking roommates don't have the memory I do. I can remember. I was pissing off Blake while we were driving the truck back, where I kept talking about The Blind Side, like beat for beat how that movie goes.
The Sandra Bullock movie?
Yeah, the Sandra Bullock movie where she gentrifies a black kid.
Yeah, I didn't even watch that movie.
I think it's a really good movie, honestly. Like, you can look at like the
white savior stuff.
You can look at it, with critical race theory now.
Yeah, but that's not what critical race theory is. But okay,
you're looking back on the past and seeing how something that was actually wasn't racist. Is totally racist.
That's also.
I know, I'm joking. But you could say the white savior thing, but it's based off of a true story that actually happened.
Yeah, it's more the framing of the movie being more from her point of view than his.
Yeah, where it's more about how tough it was on the parents.
Yeah,
and I don't know, it's just a good movie. Like I think it's a really enjoyable movie, and it deserves.
I've never seen it,
whatever
but sure.
accolades it got. But I just kept telling Blake like parts about the movie, and he was like, "How do you remember this shit?" And then I'm playing God of War with Ryan next to me. He's like watching it like it's the first time he's seen it, but he's beaten the game already.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm like I forget shit too. Like some stuff like anchors right in my brain, and I can remember it like that. And some stuff, it's like the second I finish a thing, I'm like I can't remember.
Yeah.
Like every Yakuza plot, I cannot remember the middle of. Like
because Yakuza switches around so much.
Yeah, but I've forgotten like almost everything that happens in Judgment already because it came out in 2019.
Yeah, but I still remember it. That's why that remastered will not get me.
Yeah. But I'm gonna buy Lost Judgment on PS5.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's why I also have a problem where I have Like a Dragon, the PS5 version,
and you're never gonna touch it.
Never gonna play. I just got to town.
Yeah.
Main town.
Yokohama.
What?
Yokohama.
Yeah, I just got to Yokohama. Izensho.
Yep.
Ijensho, whatever. And I can never play the game again because I know everything that happens. I know all the grinding that I have to do. It's just not worth my time.
That's fair.
And I have like other games to play that I've also ignored for years. I was bored, so I started Mass Effect again.
Yeah, I saw you sign on. I was like, didn't he beat all 3 games already?
Not on Insanity. I should have, though, because those games are actually just fucking easy. I just, when on replay throughs of games, since I just remember everything that happens, I just skip most of the dialogue.
Yeah.
I'm there for the gameplay. That's why Devil May Cry is sick, because you can just skip every cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the cutscenes are also great.
Oh, I'll watch some of them.
Yeah. Like the hat one.
The hat one. Nah. It goes on for too long.
Yeah. The ones that Nico shows up in.
Yeah, I'll watch Nero call like fucking Nightmare like a fart or whatever the fuck he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one where that one's great where he like gets hit by the car and comes out the door.
Yeah. Somebody call it doctor.
Yeah.
I think Bayonetta has a similar one as
Bayonetta has so many like every Bayo cutscene is just like that.
The best Bayonetta
The opening cutscene of that game's fucking great.
The best Bayonetta one absolutely is when she's like, I feel like a fucking celebrity in this town.
Yeah, that one's great.
By a train.
That one's so good. I'm also a personal fan of she flips off the camera and then fingers the fucking motorcycle to turn it on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God, Bayonetta is so gay.
It's so good.
Like, I'm not... it's,
Yo.
If you think Bayonetta is a straight woman...
Yeah.
You're 50% right, because there's no way she didn't go down on a bunch of the rest of the Umbrella.
She fucks everybody. She truly fucks everybody.
She is in a loving relationship with Jean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, Valve Steam Deck or whatever the fuck they're
Steam
calling
Deck.
Steam Dick.
Steam Dick. Steam
it
Dick.
Looks cool, and I hope people have a good time with it.
I was
just
going to
don't
say
have
it looks like a waste of money because I already have a computer that's hooked up to my television. So,
Yeah, but what if it wasn't a waste of money? Or what if you only had a computer? You didn't have anything else and you wanted to play something on a commute or in between classes or something at school?
buy a Vita.
Well, what? And go torrent every game?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually go for it.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you could jailbreak a Vita so good and it had so much shit. I never did, but I mean, you can just fucking have everything, but
Yeah, might as well.
that thing will run so many fucking games.
Yeah.
Though, honestly, if the Vita didn't ship with, like, it could only use the Sony memory when it easily could have used micro SD, like, that was honestly the biggest problem with that console.
I don't know why they did that. That was so stupid.
It's so dumb, especially because they were so expensive. Like,
Also, when that happened, Xbox had their own memory cards,
yep.
but they had just transitioned into being like, oh, you can just put in a USB drive now and partition it.
Yeah.
And get exclusive. Like that's how.
So could the PS3. From
Yeah.
minute one, you could plug in 3 types of memory.
Yeah. And then you could also, and the Xbox also had their exclusive like hard drives and shit.
Yeah, that's one thing they had over the PS3 because the PS3 it was an internal HDD instead of like the Xbox where you could take it fully off the side.
Yeah, I used to when I went between my parents' house, I would just take
the hard drive.
Well, yeah, but then they put in the partition thing with the USB drive, and
Yeah.
I would just take the USB with my profiles and whatever game I had brought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was really stupid of them to do that in like what 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah, when like everyone else was like, you can just plug USB drives or like
Yeah.
whole ass
Hard drives.
portable hard drives and shit.
Yeah. No, yeah, that was absolutely like a big dumb
Yeah.
thing about the Vita. Honestly, the biggest dumbest thing about the Vita.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even dumber than the back touch screen, which I would argue is fine.
Well, there's back touch things on the Steam Deck.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's clearly not that dumb of a thing.
The entire back of the Vita was also touch sensitive as well as the screen.
Yeah.
So it was a touch screen and then back touch.
So you could play a game like this completely avoiding everything.
Well, no, but like when you climbed ladders in Uncharted,
Yeah.
you would like slide the back. So it'd be like you're
Just like this.
yeah, you'd be like
Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah. That's dumb.
Yeah.
There was pointless things.
Although I did always like the little detail of like when you had to do fingerprint scans in Infamous on the PS4, you'd put your thumb in the middle of the touchscreen. Or the touch sensitive
Yeah.
doohickey.
You know what else is stupid and unnecessary?
What?
Maining any character that's not Carl Weezer.
You know that Aang and Korra are going to be announced
Sure.
for Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl.
But here's the thing. Maybe not Korra because they just disrespected that series so hard. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll just be like Aang and Katara. But
Yeah.
Katara is also a woman, so maybe it'll be Aang and Zuko.
There's other women. Sandy Cheeks is playable.
That's a furry. It's different.
But yeah, so Nickelodeon All Star Battle Royale was announced.
All-Star Brawl.
I know.
You made it the PlayStation
Yeah. They're very similar in title, but it's a Smash clone with Nickelodeon characters.
Created by the guys who created Slap City.
Exactly. I was like, did Ian get this part of the story?
Yeah.
'Cause
Honestly,
it's created
as soon
by-
as I saw the gameplay, I'm like, that looks like Slap City.
Yeah. And unlike Smash Bros, this game has rollback netcode.
Unlike 90% of fighting games,
Yeah.
this game has rollback netcode. I don't know.
So arguably, I put that it's the Smash killer, and potentially, no, it's never gonna kill Smash.
No, because
but it might kill Smash in our friend group.
No, I don't think so.
I would love for it to.
No, because George plays characters based off of like what he thinks of their looks.
Yeah, so he would play Aang or
He'll probably
whatever.
play some like 90s Nickelodeon character.
Play Johnny Bravo.
I would play the fuck out of John. No, Johnny Bravo's Cartoon Network.
Fuck. Okay, now we got to figure out. I don't know. Do you think he'd play?
Do you think Cosmo and Wanda?
Oh, that might be interesting.
Or you have Timmy Turner, and they're like they get like a Rosalina and Luma thing where he has Cosmo and Wanda, but then the alternate character for Fairly Odd Parents,
Yeah.
the fucking giant fairy, Judge
Oh,
something,
fucking
Jorgen von.
Strangle.
Yeah, there it is, Jorgen von Strangle.
Fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
XP.
What would Danny
Phantom's in it.
Do you think they would do Danny Phantom and another ghost character, or do you think it would be like Sam or?
I think it'd just
kid?
be Danny Phantom, honestly.
What if his dad was a playable character?
But his dad doesn't do shit.
There's a couple episodes where his dad does stuff.
Oh.
And he does use working ghost tools.
Yeah, but I think Danny Phantom is the only character with a moveset from that show that is recognizable.
Yeah, but you know who else didn't have a moveset?
Who?
Villager.
That's fair.
But what if they put in what's that fucking chick? Everyone simped over her.
The bad guy?
The ghost lady.
The evil one? I forgot.
She got like famous and she had like fire hair.
Yeah.
She was blue. Goth GF. Mm-hmm. That wasn't the dead Goth GF as opposed to the alive Goth GF.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where was American Dragon Jake Long on?
Could have been on Nickelodeon.
You know what? I think it was Disney actually, because I remember reading
a story.
Disney.
It was
because,
Disney.
When you work at Disney, everything you draw while you work for Disney is a Disney property.
Oh.
So artists are a bunch of perverts.
Yeah.
So there was a bunch of like hardcore porn that the artist drew while they worked for Disney, and Disney has like a porn vault. And when the guy who created American Dragon Jake Long, Jeff Good, he was pitching it, Disney sat him down and they were like, you're gonna have to be prepared for this. And they pulled out like a bunch of porn with like Minnie and Mickey and like Goofy and like various other characters getting fucked.
That's funny.
Yeah. So they had to be like, yeah, your whatever characters you make in the show are going to get dicked down in some sort of pornography.
You know what? That's fine.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I can't think of anything cool beyond Avatar. That's like truly sick.
You know what's the big? What if could have had Kim Possible if it was a
Disney?
one.
That's
Yeah.
Disney.
I know. I'm looking at it's giving me on the American Dragon Jake Long. It's gonna be like on Google. Giving me people also search for, and it's like Kim Possible, Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, Dave the Barbarian, Lilo and Stitch the series, the Jackie Chan Adventures.
That was Disney?
No, now I'm getting into other things, so I'm gonna click on it.
Jackie Chan Adventures.
It's Cartoon Network.
Oh, fuck. The Cartoon Network, it's too bad the Cartoon Network one sucks ass.
Yeah, especially since Cartoon Network has like really good characters.
Better stuff for a Smash Bros. They got Steven Universe and all the Steven Universes, right?
You don't have to do every single one of them, though.
No, but like any of them, you're like, oh, this character could be in a fighting game. Fucking Adventure Time, like a bunch of characters from Adventure Time would be cool in a Smash Bros. Type game.
Yeah.
Cartoon Network has Jackie Chan. What other cool stuff does Cartoon Network have? Fucking
Adventure Time?
Yeah, I already said Adventure Time.
Oh, sorry. Regular show?
Regular show? Yeah.
Not as much of a fighting show, but it would still be funny.
Yeah. I don't know. They had like a lot of action stuff. Anything on Toonami. I don't know. You could get fucking Cowboy Bebop.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
That's how you get Goku.
That's how you get Goku in a Smash clone.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny.
I just want to find a list of fucking like Nickelodeon cartoons. I have to actually search the word Nickelodeon cartoons or characters. I think the funniest one in there is Nigel Thornberry.
What the fuck is he gonna play like?
Yeah, Reptar looks fun. He's just Bowser. I think I don't like. Obviously, I don't watch the newer shows. So when they were like, "It's Lincoln Loud and Lucy Loud," I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Also, they announced Helga from Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
But they didn't announce Arnold. So I think her neutral B is going to be that she
throwing
charges up and kicks Arnold
as a football head. That's funny. Yeah. You could get Doug, but I know Doug went on to Disney, so potentially no. Did they announce some of the rocket powers on there?
No, they did not. That would be good.
I know Invader Zim was in there.
Yeah, Invaders. Oh, XJ9.
Oh fuck! My Life as a Teenage Robot. That'd be sick. What else?
What the fuck is this dude from?
They could have they got the Ninja Turtles in there. Ninja Turtles are cool.
They showed the Ninja Turtles already.
Yeah. I know, but I was like, that's cool.
iCarly.
They could put iCarly in there.
That would be dumb as fuck.
They could put Drake, and he could text minors.
I saw a really funny one where it was like final character reveal, and it was like a prison door cell opening, and it was Drake Bell saying, "Guess I finally found the door hole."
That's good. Ariana Grande.
Yeah, sure.
Because she was on shows for them.
Was she? I thought she was a Disney kid.
No. Zendaya was Disney kid.
God, they're all Disney kids. Like I found out what's that one bitch? Olivia Rodrigo.
She's a Disney kid.
Yeah,
she's on the High School Musical, the series, the musical.
Yeah, apparently that's not that bad.
Apparently it's fine, but also I'm a fucking 25-year-old man.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that. That's like watching Glee.
It's not even, because at least Glee was popular in a comedy.
Yeah, at least Glee was meant for had an adult audience because there was actual adult themes. But this is just
fuck?
We need to do the talent show. What?
All right, that's dumb. I was just looking through current Nickelodeon shows, and apparently there's a show called The Patrick Star Show.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
SpongeBob, I think SpongeBob is actually over, and it's The Patrick Star Show now.
It's a talk show.
Huh.
And it's 11 minutes long.
That's how long SpongeBob is.
Oh, right, yeah.
Same with Adventure Time. Regular show as well.
So apparently you get to see Tom Wilson as Patrick's dad, Cree Summer as his mom, Squidina Star, voiced by Jill Talley, I don't know who that is, who is a squid who is the sister of Patrick Star, who helps in the production of the Patrick Star Show.
And for some reason, she's a squid.
That's stupid.
No one else in Patrick's family is a squid.
Yeah. His last name's fucking Star.
Yeah, and his parents are both.
So it's a spin-off. I don't
stars.
think the original show's over.
I thought they said it was over. You know what? I have no idea.
They also did that Camp Corwell show, which everybody was like, is dog shit.
Camp Corwell?
Yeah, it's like a prequel where SpongeBob's a younger boy and they're in summer camp.
Oh. What network had my gym partner as a monkey?
Cartoon Network.
And that makes sense.
You could just picture the monkeys' hitboxes, though.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw this fucking TikTok that killed me where it was like one of those doorbell cameras.
Yeah.
Where it puts the square around where it sees a person, right? And it was a kid driving by, and there was a fucking American flag. Yeah.
Camp Coral is still on.
Oof.
It started in March. It's a Paramount Plus show, I think. Yeah.
That sounds terrible. So anyway, a kid's like on a scooter or whatever, and goes by this house with a little American flag out front. He tries to pull it out.
Yeah.
He grabs at it, and the fucking caption, because of course the person who uploaded this is like a huge piece of shit. It was like, never have I wanted to fucking beat the shit out of a kid before. Which is dumb. Like, obviously, like, don't beat the shit out of a child for taking a flag.
Yeah. Beat the shit out of a child for being too loud.
I'm going to go ahead and say don't hit children because they can't fight back. You need to have fair fights out here.
Hit children.
Don't hit children.
Hit children.
We on this podcast don't promote child abuse in any form.
I do.
I promote the idea of not having children if you're somebody who thinks you want to hit children.
Yeah.
Don't have them. Because
right.
that's bad. But
yes.
Yeah. Oh, what I was going to say is like somebody commented and said the funniest thing ever is like, I was just freaked out by his fucking hitbox because it was like a big square, green square around him. And it was laughing so hard.
That would be his hurt box. Hitboxes are red.
All right.
All right. Ghostwire Tokyo is delayed till 2022.
Yeah.
Who cares anymore?
It was for mental health stuff, which was cool.
All right, that's fine.
They did a good job at Bethesda once.
I'm sure it's mental
'Cause
health
it's
that they care
Microsoft.
about because Xbox is now in charge.
Yep.
Yeah.
But and finally, and this one's really fucking funny.
This is funny.
So a War Thunder player broke the official UK Secrets Act to leak classified information about an aircraft to get the devs to buff it to be more accurate. That's true. That's some shit that's going on. I found on Reddit where in like the War Thunder forums on a completely different website that I didn't go to, I just saw a screenshot. There was like an argument being had because it was a violation of the UK's Official Secrets Act.
That's stupid.
Ugh, that's so funny. Imagine committing treason to like buff your favorite plane in fucking video game. But what this means is apparently like people figured out it's like this has never been real. This is info that was never released anywhere else. This guy actually has to be somebody who works in the military and has access to the info.
I'm sure it's one of those things where it was a dude who works for the Royal Air Force.
Yeah.
And he just didn't consider it, and he was just like a big War Thunder player.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a mechanic, or I fucking probably not a pilot because they're busy.
Yeah.
Fucking chicks.
Yeah.
Or like
fucking
a guy,
dudes like in Top Gun.
I don't know. Let's just assume he's an engineer.
I'm a
And
pilot.
he just was like,
I love
he was like,
fucking
this.
dudes.
I really, this is my favorite plane. I work on it in real life, and it's not fast enough, or the guns are more powerful.
Yeah. That's so funny,
Yeah.
though. It's like, bro, actually I work on this plane fucking 8 hours a day, and I can tell you with 100% certainty you can fly over like 200% speed.
Also, I'm sure that the reason why it was like that, and it could be in the game like that, because War Thunder is a PvP game.
Yeah.
You can't do full realism for some things.
I think War Thunder is supposed to be full realism. Like, that's part of the vibe.
All right, if it is, then yeah, you absolutely have to change it.
I could be wrong.
But maybe it was a balance reason.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's still funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, hey, what? The thing I saw, and this is not my joke, somebody on the Reddit thread said, like, just, like, imagine there's a fucking guy with, like, sitting in the dev studio after getting this information, and then he, like, adjusts the hull thickness slider up higher, and then his phone starts ringing, and then he adjusts the hull thickness slider back down, and the phone stops ringing.
There is a Mad Max Fury Road crossover in Space Jam: A New Legacy.
There's a Rick and Morty crossover, too.
God damn.
I saw the Rick and
What
Morty
is this
crossover.
fucking movie? Like, it looks so bad.
Yeah, it does look bad.
I'm gonna steal it and watch it.
Maybe we should do a thing about it.
Yeah, come get drunk and watch the movie.
Hell yeah. That's all the news I have. Do you have anything else?
No.
I'm going to talk about the weeks. Ian doesn't have a week because he's...
No, I do. I just didn't write anything down. I just got two
Laid?
small things.
Oh.
It was not that, unfortunately.
So I mentioned it last week. I'm going to really quick mention it again. I started playing Trails of the Sky, Trails in the Sky rather, and I'm really enjoying it. I like the pacing of it. I like that it's a game about like going places and then doing little jobs for people, which is it's like almost like you just go. It's like weird because it's like a linear story, but the story is progressed where it's just like we want to be bracers. And so that involves like going to towns, checking out bracer guilds for their fucking lists of things to do and doing them. And like some of them are side quests and some of them are continue the story.
Yeah.
Right? And like you do it and then it progresses the story and there's intrigue and just like the rest of these. But what I like about the Trails series is like most of the characters on the surface when you start them are like just normal people. They're just like people who live in this world and they're not important. They're just like doing their shit, and then like sometimes things happen. And I like stories like that. I think that's fun.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do your first thing?
Yeah, I might have 3 things actually.
Okay.
They're all really small. So I've still been playing God of War.
Yeah.
I know you don't care for it.
How do you like it?
The combat's getting better as time goes on.
Okay.
It's one of those games where like once you have a full kit,
Yeah.
it's great. Because skill trees, all that. It's like at the beginning of Devil May Cry, you're doing some slashing. There is more depth, obviously. Yeah. We're not getting that argument again.
I'm not gonna have that argument.
But by the end, you're just like you could just fucking mash and you'll do your shit. But like now, I got like when I dodge in certain ways, I get different attacks. I can like if I press, I have like pause moves. I can't figure out how to do them very well because it feels random sometimes. But I finally got to the fucking moment in the game where Kratos tells his son everything.
Yeah. And
it's you're never gonna play, right?
No, probably not.
I'm gonna just straight up spoil this 3-year-old game, and I'm only saying giving spoiler warnings because there's someone who listens it's Stevie.
Yeah,
who wanted to play. So Stevie, skip ahead like 2 minutes. Fucking Kratos.
Yeah.
Kills the opening of the game. You fight that guy, the dude with the hair. You find out he's Freya's son.
Yeah.
You kill him, snap his neck in front of him, and then Freya like says some shit. He's like, "You don't tell your son shit." And then while Kratos is face, he's like, "Boy, I'm from a land called Sparta. My father was a god, and I fucking murdered him." And it's like sick. And now I like their relationship, but God, they were both awful. Yeah. I think the game's fun. I'm doing like the extra shit now.
Yeah.
Like go fight the Valkyries, which apparently is super hard. But I'm a fucking gamer playing on the normal difficulty. Because the harder ones are just bullet sponge enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you learn the thing about Atreus?
He's fucking gay.
Yeah, that.
I don't know. Is it like whatever type
then
of
you
god
don't
he
know.
is?
You don't know.
Yeah. He's not Kratos' son. I actually don't know.
No.
Yeah.
No, like I know what it is, but if you would immediately be like, "Oh, this," and I'd be like, "Yeah." That's the only thing I know from the end of the game.
I'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll probably be there by next week. It's just that Ryan really wants to be there when I fight them. So when I got home from work today, I'm like sick. Ryan took the day off because he got his COVID shot yesterday, preemptively.
But he was feeling nasty.
He went to sleep really early last night.
Yeah.
But then by the time I was going to bed, he like woke up. Then he went back to sleep with the intent to call into work. Because I don't know why he couldn't call in the night before, but he had to wake up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And apparently he woke up and then couldn't go back to sleep.
Oh.
So he just stayed the whole fucking day home all day. But I was like I left work at like 12. I got home at 1 because I stopped at Home Depot. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to go fight this Valkyrie. And as I walk in the door, Ryan's leaving. And I was like, fuck.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I just went to the dog park with Blake instead.
Nice.
What's your next thing?
My next thing...
Or actually, you want me to let me do one more and then...
Yeah, go one more. Go one more, then I'll do mine.
I finished Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity.
Yeah?
Finally did it. The very end of the game, that little fucking egg dude who follows you around, turns out Zelda made him. When she was a toddler or whatever. She was a child before her mom died. But then her dad takes it away and just throws it in the trash. And it's just like... Don't care that much. The final fight was whatever because it's a Warriors game and it doesn't do one-on-one fights very well.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like you're beating the shit out of Calamity Ganon or like a form of Calamity Ganon while 30 people are behind you helping you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
so one thing I learned is that it's like kind of not canon, right?
It's not canon at all.
Yeah.
It is an alternate universe.
I hate that.
Yeah, I did too. I really wanted the game to end with Link dying.
With everybody dying.
Yeah. But it's instead that around, I think there's 10 chapters, around like chapter 8.
There's some time travel.
Or no, time travel chapter 7. Spoilers for this fucking game. You get a mission where you and Zelda escape the castle with King Rome sacrificing himself, which I believe is what would happen originally.
Yeah.
But then then Zelda and Link try to race off to help the champions, but the original story is that no matter they couldn't make it there in time, the champions would die. But they had these cutscenes where as the champions were about to be fucking like murdered by the Ganons, their future counterparts came back. So Sidon comes back and saves Mipha. Darunia saves Daruk. the cooler Rito saves the asshole. Teba saves Falco. I can't remember the actual kid's name. And Riju, the small chieftain of the Gerudo, saves Urbosa. And then you get to play with them for the rest of the game as like other characters. But then at the end, they just get teleported back to their reality, which is sick because these people got to see. Well, especially for a lot of them, it's just like they met a stranger.
Yeah.
But for Sidon was alive during the Calamity. He was like a 4-year-old hanging out with his older sister who gets fucking murdered. And then he goes and dicks down her like crush if you read some certain things. But yeah, there's still other shit I have to do, but it's mostly just stuff I'll do when I'm bored.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Warriors game.
Yeah. Extra shit. Maybe I'll play the DLC. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, though the DLC had an entire spot at that one Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, I can get Zelda on that motorcycle.
Oh yeah, the motorcycle's cool.
Yeah, because they were like, Link already has too many weapons, and Zelda only has 2. Let's give her everything else. Also, she gets like a fucking...
The motorcycle, I would say, is the coolest thing in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
Yeah.
And we love that
And
shit.
I love stupid shit.
Yeah.
Have you heard how every time we bring up Breath of the Wild 2, I talk about how they should give you the fucking spin and top?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They should also...
cool.
Let me do some dumb how to... Like, I was saying How to Train Your Dragon, but literally it's in somebody... Let me do a fucking wingsuit or something.
Yeah, fucking
travel
Just
around.
Cause.
Yeah, there we go. That's a more gameplay-friendly one. Fucking Crackdown 2.
Yeah.
Various other games where you dolphin around in the air.
Yeah.
That would be fire.
Make Breath of the Wild 2 more like Infamous 2.
Yeah.
Because Infamous 2 is great.
Yeah.
What else? So, I was going to talk about Dimension 20. And PSA, if you're interested in Dimension 20, their new season's so fucking good. It's like a 4-episode season this season. It's called Misfits and Magic.
Is it still like 4 hours for every single episode?
Of course, they're all 95 minutes long.
Is it returning characters or
No. It's a new. So when I say new season, like I'm talking about like brand new. So it's not Fantasy High.
Oh yeah, Dimension 20 is something different.
Yeah. So they've done like Fantasy High, Unsleeping City, some other ones, Tiny Heist. But
is it kind of... Well, I guess they kind of do like the thing that what is it? What's that one? The Matt Mercer one.
Yeah.
Critical Role.
Yeah, Critical Role. Yeah.
They'll do like smaller campaigns with like other with like YouTubers and shit. Like I think they did one, or I think there's also like the Adventure Zone.
Well, yeah. So
so
Dimension 20 did a small season called Tiny Heist with the McElroys, which is really good. And that one's only like 6 episodes, I think. But like they'll do main quests and side quests. Unlike Critical Role, where like the main critical role can go for fucking years.
Yeah.
And then then the campaign will end, and then they'll start again. Dimension 20, they're like 16 episodes for the main seasons, and then like 6 or whatever for the smaller ones. But Misfits and Magic, the new one, Brennan's not the DM, it's someone else, and it's only 4 episodes, and 3 of them are out, and it's like a take on Harry Potter, but it's like they're all American exchange students into the school.
That's funny.
And so like,
who's the DM?
I don't know, Abrea something. She's like done stuff with a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, okay, so she's not necessarily a College Humor person.
She's not College Humor. She's from like other internet stuff, But she's great. It's great. Lou Wilson's in it. Erika Ishii's in it.
Lou Wilson plays like
Fabian.
I've only what?
He plays Fabian on
the Chad or the fake Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here he's more
Is Zach
of a
there?
huh?
Zach
No. So it's
worthless.
But
you
it's
my dad.
He's great. But it's really funny. It's really good. Brennan's character, because he's a PC,
He gets to play now.
he gets to play.
Finally.
He's so funny. His
Of
character,
course, Brennan is the funniest.
yeah, his character Evan Kelp. First of all, great name, Kelp. But second of all, his character is like the idea of if a kid had all of the Voldemort shit happen to them, but they just didn't want it to keep happening. So like snakes and shit will talk to him, and like animals will run away and start bleeding near
there's
him.
There's a new manga like that's popped off recently, like already getting an adaptation about a girl who can see spirits.
Yeah.
But they all have a sneaking suspicion that she can see them, but she just refuses to look.
That's funny.
Like they try and fuck with her, and she just is like, nope. They are crazy, like horrifying spirits, though.
Yeah.
It's like Junji Ito shit, but like in a normal high school and then she like recognizes that she sees them at one point to save a kid. I don't know. It actually looks like, I thought it was going to be a comedy gag thing, but it's more just like the standard, like this girl kid was a loner her whole life because of her like powers, and she was afraid to like open up to people or whatever. And now she gets friends in high school.
So this for Evan Kelp is like, we meet him as a guy who's like been homeless, and now he's at this school and he has friends, but also like he's, because this shit's caused so much trouble, he's like the saddest man alive.
No.
It's so good. It's so great.
I just can't watch Dungeons and Dragons shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's so long.
That's true. Like, honestly, I like Dimension 20, but a lot of Dungeons and Dragons shit I can't watch.
I would really like it if they did like
I couldn't really
end wrap up where they were just like, we're just gonna put out this like 1 4-hour episode or whatever. But if each campaign is 90 minutes and it's 4.
No. All the episodes are like, some episodes are really long. I don't
give me 1 3-hour max video that tells me the story and shows me the best moments. I don't need to see all the rolls except for the exciting ones where they hit a 20 or a 1 or it was like a close one.
I think Dimension 20, the way that show's edited most of the time, I think is quite good. Like, and they already do like this one. They haven't done any of the minis, but Fantasy High, they do a lot of great stuff with the minis. Like, I think the format's good. Like, it might just not be for you type deal.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I think they should do what Adventure Zone does and do like a comic book adaptation of all the seasons.
That would be cool.
That's what Adventure
Especially
Zone
since,
does.
College Humor needs to find a way to make money.
Yeah. So, like, if they did like a fucking comic book version, that'd be cool. Because then you could do Fantasy High and have all the great moments.
Yeah.
I'm Hilda on Hilda Street. That's a great bit.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I love the best, and I know you didn't get to this part of Fantasy High, but Fantasy High has one of my favorite, like, sideways start a new bit, which is like this Fig is Emily Exford. She like just decides to like go to a hospital and pretend to be a doctor and like start this like whirlwind like Grey's Anatomy romance where it's like we work to get like all this stuff, but then like it's funny because in lore her character is like
I'm just trying to remember
a high schooler.
Yeah.
So then they're like, you're going to hospitals pretending to be an adult and making out with adult men. Like, this is wrong. This is a fucking bad thing to do.
I believe, who was it? Okay, so the Allie Beardsley.
Yeah, they're great.
Her character, their character was like,
former fundamentalist Christian.
Yeah. And then what was Shobin's character? The Scottish girl.
Oh, Siobhan.
Siobhan. Where her character was like a daughter of like rich kids, parents who wanted nothing to do with her or whatever.
Yeah, because she had like all of the anxiety in the world.
She was like talking. She was always like beaten down.
Yeah.
I think Zach's character is definitely my favorite. Though.
He's great. He's just so dumb.
Are you my dad, son?
Every time he got a low roll,
you're adopted. He's like, what?
Yeah.
I'm not a really tall goblin.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so fucking funny.
Yeah. But yeah, if you can stand watching 4 people just have a conversation about fantasy.
Bullshit. Yeah, just like fuck around.
Yeah, dorkly, not dorkly. Fucking drop out $3 a month.
It's great. Honestly, I love Dimension 20. I couldn't get into a lot of the like ones that they were doing from home, like during COVID.
That's different.
Yeah, like really it's harder to watch with the Zoom. It's like less interesting visually.
When I had Dropout, I really liked
Game Changer
and Actually.
Game Changer and Actually are both really good.
Yeah.
I really liked Total Forgiveness.
That was a good one as well.
That show's great.
I think I watched every episode of that.
Yeah, I watched that whole show. It's so messed up, like how they like stop being friends partway through. Like it gets really fucked up.
It gets so tense to watch.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect it, but yeah.
Well, because it goes from being like, hey, let's try and work with each other
and like fuck around
so that
and
we
do
both
messed
get the
up,
money,
embarrassing shit.
but then it's like, but I get more money.
It becomes like this thing where it's like the thing that you're supposed to do to get this cash or whatever is like he has to sell all this shit. And like, ugh,
yeah,
that's so
and
like,
it's like you have to accept the challenge that someone else gives you.
yeah,
And then it also got to like straight up embarrassing each other.
yeah,
Like where Grant had to like shit in public
oh yeah,
as an art installation because it was like two things he hates: shitting or like
Yeah.
doing a gross bodily function in public,
yeah,
and then also modern art.
yeah. Like it was like two things that like messed him up. And like
Yeah.
to be fair, Allie had to do that thing where they sang the national anthem.
Also, she looked like an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah,
They looked like an
they
Oompa
looked like an
Loompa
Oompa
for like
Loompa.
the rest of the season, and
Yeah.
then so much in the fucking sketches as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh man, what a nightmare. But hey,
It was a good show though.
Grant looks like Keith from BuzzFeed.
He does, truly.
Yeah.
They did one with him called Mice and Murder. It was like all the like actual College Humor people that are still there.
Like the classic College Humor people?
No, it was like, you know, Grant, Allie, Reka, Sam Reich.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
CEO now.
the CEO.
That was really sick when he put out that announcement
Mm-hmm.
where they were like, straight up, College Humor is no more,
Yeah.
except the Viacom or whatever has given him the option to buy it, and he was like, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah. And so it was like Sam Reich and Raph and Katie Mirovich.
Katie's still there?
Yeah.
I feel like I see her a lot less.
Well, I mean, everybody kind of got fired, but like,
Well, they all got fired and went more to like a contract worker sort
Yeah.
of thing. But no, it's like I would still consider them all to be like cast members.
Reka was in Auntie Donna, I noticed when we watched it
Really?
at Blake's house. Yeah.
Hmm.
I was like, yo.
Blake has been listening to the Auntie Donna podcast.
Yeah.
God, that man needs fucking headphones. He is like, I get it when he's like in the shower, but when he was like putting something together in his room, and he just fucking had it on so loud.
Oh.
And I was like, I was downstairs like playing God of War, so I just turned the volume up. But I'm like, God, I hope he doesn't do this shit when I go to sleep. He did not, so luckily. But god damn.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like listening to things like. I'd rather put in headphones.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. I put in headphones when there's people around me.
Even when I'm by myself, like when I'm cooking, I wear headphones most of the time.
No, yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're different people,
We are.
and that's why we're getting a divorce.
One thing that I do all the time is I put on a podcast on my phone and play a game on the TV.
Oh, I do that when I don't have my headphones.
Yeah.
Well, when I'm playing a video game on the TV,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll put it on my phone out loud because then I can still hear the TV.
Hear
and all
both,
that.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, cutscene, and I'll pause.
Yeah.
But normally on like a first playthrough of a game, I won't do
I
it.
try not to do that.
But
yeah.
when I'm doing like cleanup of like side bullshit, I don't
It's
care.
good if you're like grinding in a JRPG.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
like,
I
for
list-
example, if you're playing Trails in the Sky and the speed up button is holding down Alt, and then the button that cancels is
Yeah.
Escape, and pressing Alt and Escape at the same time closes the window, and then you lose your progress.
When I was playing, back when I was playing WoW last,
Yeah.
like for the last expansion, I pretty much watched all of Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Like that's how I got through most of it, and then I watched another show when I was like grinding to get to level 99 in Yakuza. And then I got there and then didn't even do the thing I got to level 99 for.
Yeah.
Because that fucking tower is bullshit.
I mean, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but it's like, you know.
It's one of those endgame towers that are in JRPGs sometimes.
It's just that I felt
The one in
like,
Chrono Trigger
I
is
felt
not
like
that
my
bad.
characters were pretty powerful. I like grinded. I made the best weapons. I had the best armor on. But then I was still getting one shot all the time. And I'm like, wow.
Because you needed to be max job level in every job.
I know. And it's so dumb. Yeah.
Because I think all the stat ups are like semi-permanent. Some stat ups and
Some of
moves,
them are, yeah.
Yeah, or some are permanent.
I wish they had like items in that game that could just. Well, I know there is items that like increase your job level by 1, but they're
kind of rare.
But you can grind for them, but it's a harder grind than just literally going to hello jobs, changing to a different job, cabbing all the way back to Kamurocho, then cabbing again right near where the final the dungeon is.
Yeah.
Like underground, going to the second floor, killing one of those guys that gives you like 1,000,000 XP, and then leaving and going back to Ijincho, changing it again is faster than playing the mini games to earn them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think one feature that they should add, because I don't think they have this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my brain's broken. I think they should add that like positional stuff that's in RPGs sometimes, where it's like if you get, if like they get up behind you, they get surprise attack or whatever. Yeah. But if you get behind them, they had
the way the game worked for Like a Dragon. It's very much original Dragon Quest.
Yeah,
where like
you just walk into a battle and it starts.
Yeah, or even if you attack before the enemy, like you initiate. No, you don't get to initiate. They just run into you. And also sometimes just from a fucking mile away, they decide you're fighting. I didn't like how you can't control like position where your characters are in battle, especially since they had a lot of things to interact with your environment. Or hey, I'm going to go attack this guy, and then as you're running, a dude just like sweeps your legs, and you don't get to hit him anymore, and you lose a whole fucking turn. The follow-up attack thing was fine, but also felt like it was going to happen every fucking turn.
Or never.
Once you had them like at their level, like max S rank, it happened every fucking turn.
Yeah. Well, only if you knock them down, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, no, only if you knock them down with a basic attack. They do not do it when you use specials.
Yeah.
So I would just like the game to be... 1, I would like an ATB system.
Mm-hmm.
2, I would like it to be like whichever person I'm about to send to go do a move, let me shuffle them around. Don't have the shit where they walk back and forth the whole time.
Yeah.
It's very annoying. And it looks bad. Yeah. So anyways, that's once again talking about Yakuza on a completely unrelated topic.
We never stop talking.
Yeah.
About it.
So on
you got anything else?
Yeah, on Tuesday.
Yeah.
When I was on my way home from work, I got a text message in our group chat. It's like, "Hey guys, you want to watch The Quiet Place 2 tonight?"
Okay.
So we watched The Quiet Place Part 2.
And how'd you like it?
It's whatever. It's a horror movie. I don't really like them. It's not hardly a horror. It's more of a thriller.
Yeah.
Because now the movie, you see the monster the entire time.
Oh, it's not like the first one where
no, it's like the monster is always there. Cillian Murphy's there now.
Oh, I love Cillian Murphy.
He is like, they literally do a Joel and Ellie thing in The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
Because they found out, did you watch The Quiet Place?
I didn't see the first one.
Well, okay, so the whole thing is that, it's a quiet place.
Yeah, because the sound tracks them.
And the fucking monsters are, they're just like these giant black fucking like gangly dudes.
Yeah.
But they like dive at people and like do big swipes. So like a couple times when they're just killing someone, it's just them going like bah. And they're just mindless killers. They're not trying to eat. So it's like not that scary. So it's just like if your only fear of a monster is instantaneous death,
it's not that scary.
If that's your only fear, it's horrifying. But if you're like me, who's like, oh, a monster can kill me if he's just going to leave my corpse there to rot. But thinking about like a monster killing me or eating me while I'm still alive, don't like that shit at all.
I like some of the slasher stuff because like it's scary because it's a person or like a person type thing.
Yeah.
Like, Michael Myers is like impossible. He like just shows up places. And he fucking...
But so the beginning of this movie takes place day one, like D-Day sort of thing. So John Krasinski's still there. The whole family's still alive, including that kid who got fucking destroyed in the first movie.
Yeah.
The deaf girl's hanging out. Cillian Murphy's there just as that they kind of vaguely knew each other, like they were neighbors.
Yeah.
Their kids played on the same baseball team. Once again, though, guess what happens? Guess who dies first?
Who?
A black guy. Now, here's the thing. Technically, that is not true. But from my standards, a black man is the first person to die because he is the first named character with a line to have an on-screen death. So when the monsters like show up, it's them fucking going around. They're like just fucking murdering people in the field and shit while they're all running and screaming. They get inside. John Krasinski is with the deaf girl. There's some really good shots where it goes from the perspective of the deaf girl,
Yeah.
where it cuts out all the sound, and it shows other people like doing things. Like there's a part where this dude has to fucking push her out of the way because the monster's about to fucking murder her, and she doesn't know. So it's just from his perspective of him, like, even though she can't hear her, like, it's Cillian Murphy that he who pushes her. And he's fucking like screaming at her like, fucking move, but she's deaf, bro.
Yeah.
She has a hearing aid, but it doesn't work, or it's not tuned properly. So they the whole fucking movie, like, there's one black dude. He's a cop in the town named Ronnie.
Yeah.
And like he says says John Krasinski, he's like, hey, what's up? What's going on? He's like, hey, what's up, man? We're friends. And then later, they get in like a car wreck, and he comes up with just a pistol and boom, boom, and then he gets murdered.
Yeah.
Like, that's the first guy to die that we knew the name of. So, black dude.
But
then we go.
on the other hand,
What?
he was a cop.
He was a black cop in a small town. I feel like he wasn't doing that bad.
I'm just saying.
And then we go 400 days later. They now have a baby because for some reason John Krasinski knocked up Emily Blunt during.
They gave birth in the first movie.
Yeah, and she does it silently, like a fucking champ.
Yeah.
And then John Krasinski dies, he has like a big standoff with all of them. They find out that if you put the earpiece, like her hearing aid, next to a speaker with an amp, the feedback fucks up the thing's heads. They have like, I don't know, you didn't see it, but they have like just a normal like spherical head.
Yeah.
Like a human head with a bigger jaw. But when they get hit, they like plates come off their head, and it like you just see the flesh underneath.
Yeah.
So since their skin is exposed, they just boom headshot them and they're dead. So her plan is then they're leaving the farm. They find this factory. Cillian Murphy saves them, but says they have to leave after he fucking destroyed their son's leg, because he's like running across and steps in a bear trap. And here's the thing that I thought was bullshit.
What?
Bear traps have enough force to crush a human leg and completely like cut the limb off. Because they're made to stop a bear who has all that muscle and fat.
I don't know if they'd cut the limb, but they'd at least break the bone.
Yeah, they did not break the kid's bone. It just pierced into his flesh. And
He's a child. It would fucking remove the leg of a child.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was like a teen. He was a tween. He was probably like 13, 14. He wasn't taller than Emily Blunt.
Yeah, so like it would fucking devastate him permanently.
Yeah, but all that does is like, they're talking later on. She's like, it's fine. It didn't hit the bone. And I'm like, how? If it was a coyote trap, I'd get it, but it's not.
Well, no, you could argue because a bear trap has further apart teeth, so maybe his leg just like he happened to get lucky.
But with it's further apart teeth, but they're all on a jagged like way, so that it digs in deeper, like that. It just like the teeth don't come together; they go together like this to leave no space. It's to be a full trap. Mm-hmm. Where like the other, but whatever. So they're listening to a radio. But then they hear that there's a radio station broadcasting some shit. So then the deaf girl is like, it's on this island. I figured it out. I'm going to go to that island by myself. And it's like, no, you're a deaf girl.
Yeah.
You don't know how much noise you make. And she's like, well, I'm going to do it. Tell mom I said goodbye or whatever. And she's like, he's not going to let you go. So she leaves in the middle of the night. The next day, Emily Blunt finds out, sends Cillian Murphy. The Last of Us starts. He catches up to her, saves her from like getting murdered by a fucking thing, and then they go on an adventure. And guess what, Nathan?
He dies?
No. It's not just the aliens from space that are monsters. It's the surviving humans are also monsters.
I mean, that's what you do, though. That's like...
It wasn't bad, and it was actually very quickly done. It was like there was this girl who she was like hiding out on a dock, and then when Cillian Murphy went over to like try, also Cillian Murphy had 2 sons and a wife, all dead. Mm-hmm. His sons got murdered on the first day. His wife died of a disease.
You'd think he'd just kill himself.
He didn't. I don't know why. I think I would in an apocalyptic situation like that. I have
Yeah.
no more family left. I'm like a hermit, just hanging out with a sniper on top of a factory. Probably would kill myself.
Right?
Yeah, if you make the slightest noise, if they are within like 10 kilometers, they're coming at you.
You know, the second he like Jay's, he would fucking die.
Well, actually, he has a thing. It's in the bottom of the factory. There was like a furnace with like an airtight door or whatever, and he would put like a towel on the other end so that it doesn't lock properly into place.
Yeah.
And he would go inside of there so he could like talk, and that's how he talks to Emily Blunt and her kids.
Why would he need that if he was by himself?
Because his wife was alive for a bit,
Uh.
and she was sick, so he would definitely like probably she would sleep in there or whatever, and he would just hang out outside to make sure she would live. But he had a timer on his watch that would go off to say, like, hey, you're out of air inside of there in the furnace. And, of course, one of the kids gets trapped in there, and it's a whole tense moment. So they end up on the other fucking island.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just spoiling this fucking movie.
Do you want to just not spoil it?
They go to another island where everything's cool. It's like it was New Zealand during the pandemic.
Nice.
And then there's some stuff happens. You know that guy? I can't remember the actor's name, but he's the black dude at the start of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Jimon Hansu?
Yeah, Jimon Hansu, also the villain of Fast and Furious 7.
Yeah.
He's in it. He's in it, and he's a family man.
He's also the wizard Shazam in Shazam.
Oh, I did not see Shazam.
I thought you saw Shazam.
No, I have not seen Shazam.
I thought you did.
That dude is like one of those actors who just like
He's in everything.
he's in like one thing. You see him in like Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's like, "Fuck you, I'm everywhere, bro."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's in everything. I thought you saw Shazam.
No, I just never did.
It's good.
I
funny.
know. Ryan watched it, and he also told me it was good.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I like Zachary Levi. The ending's good. I don't know. I swear we talked about it on this show, but I could be wrong.
I think I just let you talk about it. Yeah.
I don't know. There's good stuff in that movie. It's fun.
Yeah. So
Let's talk about Loki.
let's talk about Loki.
Let's talk about
what a
Lock and Key.
Let's talk about a low key finale.
Let's talk about a high key finale.
I don't think so at all.
Oh, I liked it.
I didn't say I disliked it.
Okay.
I just think that there was like
I was like,
it was more conversation. Well, also fucking
Spoilers for Loki.
Sure, you know this by now. Spoilers for the finale of Loki. This is not a free spoiler free conversation.
yeah,
So we got to see He Who Remains.
who is actually a variant of Kang the Conqueror.
Okay, that's
Jonathan
what he is?
Majors. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. I saw Jonathan Majors and I was like, oh fuck, it's Kang.
I don't recognize Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, it's a black dude. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why he's like alternate version of me, and he says the word like a conqueror.
He's the cool version of Kang the Conqueror.
I mean, he's the one that won.
He's the one who won, but he's also
Yeah.
the one who's like, I'm not trying to remain in. He's like, I'm trying to prevent variances from occurring. Like, I'm not trying to.
He's still doing fascism.
Yeah, but hidden fascism.
It's like the less bad fascist, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I was like fully on Sophie's side to fucking mark him.
No, sure, because also, we need
the multiverse to exist.
Spider-Verse somehow.
Yeah.
I just think that the conversation they had went on for a bit too long.
See, I was about to go out here and say it's fucking extremely bold to have like a finale that's like still very entertaining with like one fight scene in it.
And the one fight scene is pretty much just them like clashing swords a bit.
It's got better. It's one of the better
she
choreographed
like kisses him
fight
and then
scenes,
like pushes him through.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because it was pure swords, where normally
Yeah,
it's like
cool.
one person has a sword and the other one is barehanded. It's like,
Yeah.
no, you're both using the same weapon.
Yeah.
It's like why, like, riposting and shit or whatever.
Yeah.
What is it? Is that it? With the rapiers?
Yeah.
No, that looks really, like, artsy and fun
Yeah.
and whatever. Like, there's a good choreography and there's a beautiful dance to it. Or fucking, like, katanas and sword fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
Kendo. When it's the two of the same weapon, it looks great.
Yeah.
When it's the other two, it's like you can really only fight in this one specific way.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I love Jonathan Majors as He Who Remains. He was
really
so
good.
entertaining. He's such a good. I'm so happy to see him
He was
again.
having fun with that role.
Oh, he was having so much fun.
Yeah.
I hope like
because he knows in the future now he has to be a fucking I am the dictator version.
yeah, like I don't know how different Kang's gonna be because again it's the same guy, but like yeah, it was so he was having such a fun time with it.
You know what I just don't understand?
What?
About the actual ending.
Okay.
I feel you know what? Let's just build up to the ending because
Sure.
I feel like I'm missing something here.
Okay. So, partway through the conversation, they have this really cool long shot where it's like, oh, after this point, I have no idea what's going to happen because the multiverse has started splitting already.
Yeah.
And then they have their fight, and then like
He's
pushes
like
him
keeping
through.
that as the remainder of time.
Yeah. And so then like when she kills him, it fully expands
Yeah,
and
it
it's never
expands
being
very
pruned.
rapidly.
Yeah.
And then there's also like a conversation that Mobius has with
Renslayer.
Yeah, with Renslayer, where she's I don't know, it just kind of happened.
Because she's like no, because her thing is like she's like okay, I still believe in the idea of fascism.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just go try to continue being part of that. And I was happy to continue spreading it even when I knew it wasn't necessarily true.
Yeah.
Because she's Kang's girlfriend in the comics.
I'm sure they'll probably be together in like Loki season 2.
Sure.
Because Loki leaving at the end of this, it's like you really need to fix that because there's future movies that happen where clearly that's not the timeline.
Well, because like now what they're saying is there's a full multiverse. Because the TVA, it's an alternate TVA.
Okay, so let's get back to that in the future.
Okay.
Because, so yeah, she's like, I'm gonna go do fascism with someone else.
Yeah.
And then, so Loki at the end of the thing, he's running around the TVA, and he finds Mobius and
Hunter B something.
Hunter 15B.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So
but they don't recognize him.
they think he's like part of the accountant department.
Yeah.
Which is an insult to just how he looks.
Yeah.
Which is weird because Mobius, like Judge Hunter 15B, absolutely that woman would destroy me. Mobius, I feel like I could take him.
Yeah. Well, he's not supposed to be a fighter.
Yeah, but I'm saying like looking at Loki, even though he's not ripped, he still like has the fucking
shape.
He's got a small Dorito body.
I think he says the archive department.
Maybe. But so does that mean but the thing I don't understand, killing that one version of Kang the Conqueror, despite the fact that he has said that he defeated all the other ones.
Yeah.
How is there more Kang the Conquerors?
Because the multiverse is splitting.
But if he's at the end of time where he has been in control of it, and he has like slayed all his variants, if that specific point in time is where things start to branch off,
yeah,
why would there be more Kang the Conquerors?
Because it's not that specific point in time.
I hate time travel.
Because remember, all of the branches.
Right, time travel's bullshit.
All of the branches can happen at any point in time.
Yeah.
Because we humans only experience time from front to back, right? But it's actually all happening all at the same time. So it's what it is there's infinite universes starting at infinite points. And eventually some of them are going to have Kangs and their own TVAs that are ruled by Kangs.
And so Loki ended up in an alternate reality.
Yeah.
Where there's a Kang.
Where Kang took over the TVA and didn't pretend to have the timekeepers. He was just himself.
Yeah. And then now Loki is going to go through in season 2 and probably just fuck up Kang the Conqueror and try and get back to Sylvie. Because I don't think Sylvie knew that she kicked him into an alternate timeline.
Yeah.
That was an accident. Yeah. I don't know. It was just... time is bullshit.
I loved it though. I love Jonathan Majors as Kang / He Who Remains. I liked his big explanation. Yeah, that's his whole thing because he's like somebody was born in the 31st century, right? So that's also like, it was interesting that they never said Kang. Like he says Conqueror, and he says.
The only reason why you would know that's Kang the Conqueror is because
the actor and specifically the backstory he mentions and blah blah blah. But yeah, in the backstory he's like,
well, the backstory they could just attribute that to other characters. But what I'm saying, like for Marvel nerds,
Yeah, and the fact that it's Jonathan Majors.
But yeah, because he has been
was already
cast
been
as Kang
announced.
the Conqueror. For which movie?
Ant-Man 3.
Ant-Man 3. Can't imagine. I don't even know what his powers are. His powers just fucking with time?
I mean, he has, like, his powers are he's a genius.
And he can use, like, a Tim pad and fuck himself.
Well, I mean, like, he can do anything. Like, he's just smart enough. He's Reed Richards, essentially. Like, he's Nathaniel Richards. He's the distant relative of Reed Richards.
Okay.
That's why I think he never said his name. Because we haven't established that the Fantastic Four exist, but he's closely related to them.
I was always talking about this guy who was like a Fantastic Four. Well, he's a Silver Surfer fan, so therefore he liked Fantastic Four. And he always said that he would if they were to do a Marvel Cinematic Universe Fantastic Four movie, he wouldn't want them to just plop it in place now.
Yeah.
He'd want them to do it like a 60s thing.
That'd be so cool.
See, good, we're in agreement.
Yeah.
I think it would be sick.
If it happened back in time, that'd be sick.
Yeah, and then something with them like going to space and getting the thing that would happen with their powers.
Yeah.
Or let them still have their adventure in the 60s and then just be like, no, somehow they're going to end up in modern times.
Yeah, or like...
As their same ages.
Yeah, or like
Bring
maybe...
back Michael B. Jordan.
Or an alternate timeline that's also the 60s and like whatever, and then they like cross over.
Do you think that's how they'll bring in mutants somehow? It's just
Maybe.
alternate timeline?
Maybe they'll do that. Maybe they'll not.
Has there ever been an instance in the comics where two timelines have like collided and become one timeline?
I mean, yes, but it was because of Secret Wars. That's why Miles Morales is in...
Doesn't Secret Wars suck?
Sort of.
Well, Disney already has made enough changes to other things like Civil War and Infinity War.
They could do Secret Wars with Kang, where they do a big multiversal war.
Yeah, well, they do need a new big bad.
Yeah, so like, yeah, you could have that happen. You could have like big crossover type.
So was Secret Wars like two different dimensions coming together?
Secret Wars was actually all of the universes coming together because all of them end. It was like a weird thing. Secret Wars was super weird.
I think it would be kind of cool if they did
ago.
A thing where it was like Secret Wars, where it was like on what you had one universe where everyone was still alive plus the mutants.
Yeah.
And then had another universe that you had our Prime universe.
Yeah.
The MCU. And they had to do a thing where like the characters in the alternate universe who are dead.
Yeah.
They would find out or something that's like, oh, to really defeat Kang the Conqueror, we had to meld our two universes together or whatever. Through some other bullshit quantum mechanics. But the people who are alive over there will die over here. And then, like, people will just meld together that had existed already.
Yeah.
Like, there wouldn't be two of you, there would be one of you, and your lives are, like, pretty much the same.
One of the battle worlds on Secret Wars that I think would be funny to do in a movie or whatever is there was, like, the all Thor detective agency. Where it's it was like Thor and Lady Thor.
I want dumb shit with Thor coming.
Yeah.
I saw Moose Zero made a video about Frog Thor.
Yeah.
Or how there's
Frog Thor and then there's Throg.
Yeah, and how Frog Thor it led to the creation of Throg.
Yeah. So Throg, in case you don't know, that's from a Squirrel Girl comic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's funny though.
Where he says his backstory.
But Throg, the character that like Throg was some dude named like Paddle something.
Yeah.
Existed in the original Frog Thor comic.
Yeah, he's like some background character, and then he's a background frog when Thor becomes a frog.
Yeah.
And then what the excuse is that like a shred of Mjolnir came off, and he wielded the shred of Mjolnir.
And it just became a normal
Mjolnir. A small Mjolnir. Yeah.
Yeah. I would really... Oh, man, I just want them to do so much stupid shit with Love and Thunder.
Yeah, dude.
I really hope my whole theory about how Jane Austen becomes the Mighty Thor.
Yeah.
Not Jane Austen. Jane Foster becomes the Mighty Thor is that she just gets a hold of the hammer or something, and because of her prior relationship, she can just wield it and become the Mighty Thor.
Yeah. No, I think what's going to happen
shards we get Thor.
So the thing that happened in the comics was like, which is interesting because they're adapting this. Gore the God butchers this guy. Like I mentioned it last week, he has like a vendetta against all gods, and he wants to murder all of them. And then what happens is this thing called Original Sins happens, which is like a big thing. It doesn't matter. But what happened during that, Thor stops being worthy of the hammer.
He becomes Odin's son.
He's just Thor Odin's son,
which is where he uses the
axe. Yeah,
which the axe is now his main weapon.
Well, yeah, no, there's a different axe in the movies. The axe in the movies is the one that Beta Ray Bill has.
Okay.
Beta Ray Bill is Thor, but a horse guy. He's like an alien who's like a horse-faced guy. He's cool. They've actually teased that those horse-faced guys exist in the MCU multiple times. So Beta Ray Bill,
played by Will Arnett.
yeah.
People call me Beta Ray Bill. Sometimes I go as Bojack Bill. Beta Ray Bojack.
But anyway, the thing that he gets told by White Nick Fury in his like last appearance in the regular world, because again they started making Black Nick Fury in the main comics universe because people recognize him from the movies.
Yeah.
But he gets told that Gore was right, and that makes him no longer worthy.
What if that was the only difference between the two MCU universes?
That'd be funny. And it's like David Hasselhoff.
The other... What?
It's David Hasselhoff.
I was going to say like Tommy Lee Jones.
Well, Tommy Lee Jones was already in Captain America 1.
Nathan.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage.
I would be so down, except that means he couldn't be Ghost Rider.
Who knows? Maybe Nicolas Cage is in the Nick Fury role, but is not Nick Fury, and his character.
The reason why I say
Ghost Rider.
The reason why I say David Hasselhoff is he was Nick Fury in the TV movie.
Just the reason why I wouldn't want that is because David Hasselhoff is not a good like actor.
I mean, he's good enough. You don't have to be a good actor to be Nick fucking Fury. I'm tough guy.
Well, I don't know. Sam Jackson brings something to it.
Yeah, but you know, I'm using love in a fucking.
I'm trying to think of another like a white Sam Jackson. Like, what's the equivalent?
Well, it wouldn't have to be a white Sam Jackson. It just have to be a guy who's like old enough to be old.
To be like similar aged.
Yeah.
A dude who could be like not a young rookie or not a young CIA agent, but like Shield.
It'd have to be like a fucking gruff guy.
Yeah.
Who you could see holding two pistols. But also be old.
I saw this clip from the Hitman.
Liam Neeson. If Liam Neeson... Can Liam Neeson do an American?
Here's the thing, but Liam Neeson is still also a bad person.
That's true.
Yeah. I think he can, though. I believe he can do... Actually, even if he was Irish, whatever. Fuck it. We just let it go with Charles Xavier.
Yeah, but Charles... Yeah, okay, go ahead. With your thing.
Okay. Liev Schreiber. It's not old enough, actually.
Yeah, you'd have to age him up.
Hugh Jackman.
As Fury?
Yeah.
No.
I'm just thinking of like...
People would be so fucking mad to see him
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon could do it.
Go. Hit it. I just was going through X-Men characters.
Kevin Bacon could do it. And his character in X-Men isn't a big enough deal.
And also that universe doesn't exist.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not like the fake Pietro Ralph Boner thing where it's going to piss people off.
Boner.
Boner.
Oh, man. That was a good joke.
Yeah.
When's what's her name?
What?
I can't remember. Monica Rambeau.
Oh, yeah?
What's her superhero name?
Photon / Captain Marvel / Spectrum.
Yeah. Did they say when she's coming back?
Yeah, in The Marvels, which is Captain Marvel 2.
Oh.
But Ms. Marvel TV show's coming first, so she might show up in that.
Are we getting America Chavez?
Yeah, she's going to show up in Multiverse of Madness, I think.
Love that character design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we should call it here. I don't think we have much more to say.
Yeah, we got nothing else. This is a short one.
Short one! Finally. All right, guys. Thanks for listening and or watching. If you want to watch these filmed versions, you can go to youtube.com/N8SComedy. If you want to follow me on social media, I am at The Media Hole on Twitter, at The Media Hole on TikTok. I'm at twitch.tv/TheMediaHole. And, of course, www.whenyourballs.get-stuck-to-your-leg.tumblr.com. You can find Ian on social media at StrugglesV on practically everything. He recently came under fire for leaking classified data to give himself a higher ranking on Call of Duty.
Apex Legends, how dare you.
All right, guys. See you next time.